Hello everyone, welcome back to Blue Devil Nation. Myself, Dylan Colombo, and next to me, Vinny O'Byrne. So, bringing you another episode for March Madness 2012. With 64 teams are now done, we have the Final Four. With Louisville Cardinals, Kentucky Wildcats, Ohio State Buckeyes, and Kansas Jayhawks. So, Vin, let's talk about some Elite Eight games, how these teams got to the Final Four.
Let's start with Kentucky and Baylor. Here we have Anthony Davis and Kentucky taking on Baylor. First half, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist with the team-high 19 points, and just like that, the Wildcats shoot out to a 10-point lead. Later on in the first half, Terrence Jones rejected on the low block by Quincy Acey, but Davis finishes it for 2 of his 18 points. Kentucky led by 20 at the half. Here we have second half action, and a scary moment for Kentucky when Anthony Davis takes it hard to the bucket and gets fouled hard, lands awkwardly on his left leg. He's clutching that left knee. He would be taken out for the rest of the first half. He would return a short time later. Let's move on a little bit now to the second half. 2 minutes later, Kentucky up 51-30. Davis back on the court. Deron Lamb from downtown with the miss. Davis keeps it alive with the rebound, but starts limping again. However, he would tough it out and remain in the game. Meanwhile, Baylor trying to get back in this one with just 11 minutes to play. Perry Jones III with the alley-oop, but it's still a 15-point game. Then with less than 7 minutes left, Terrence Jones with a miss, but stays with it for a monster dunk as the Wildcats move on with an 82-70 win over Baylor. So there you have it, Kentucky with the win over Baylor, advancing them to the Final Four. Now, Dylan, let's move on over to you with that Ohio State and Syracuse game and some of those highlights from the other night.
All right, East Orange at the Boston Guard, Syracuse, and the Buckeyes of Ohio State. First half, Sullinger cleaning up in the paint, tipping, giving the Buckeyes a 9-2 point lead. At the other end, Syracuse Dion Waiters comes up with the steal and the layup, draws the foul on Sullinger, his second foul. He would sit the rest of the first half. Orangeman within 2, Aaron Kraft with the bucket plus the foul gives the Buckeyes a 4-point lead. And then we have Scoop Jardine to CJ Fair on the alley-oop, throwing it down. That's definitely worth another look. But then we have the Buckeyes coming right back with a dunk of their own. Amir Williams with the jam. End of the first half, Trish to Rakeem Christmas with the flush. Sullinger, as we have in the second half, with the strong move, taking it to the paint for 2. Then Sullinger again off the window, off the jumper, he would finish with 19 points. Syracuse fighting back, Scoop Jardine with the bucket. Then Brandon Trish with a 3 put Syracuse within 1. But when push comes to shove, Ohio State getting it done, Lizel Smith with the touch floater, lead at 7. Deshaun Thomas with his own floater. Ohio State goes on to a 77-70 victory. Ohio State is head to the Final Four for the first time since 2007. Well, so they have it with Ohio State and Syracuse. So then let's get a quick box score about the Louisville-Florida game.
Yeah, Louisville and Florida taking on each other. A crazy matchup between 2 former New York Knicks point guards. Louisville coach Rick Pitino and Florida coach Billy Donovan. Louisville Cardinals outscored Florida Gators by 15 points in the final 10 minutes of the game to come back from behind in a great game to win 72-68 over Florida, and that puts them in the Final Four. So we'll see how they can get it done with their matchup against Kentucky. So there you have it in the Louisville game. Let's move on over to Dylan for that Kansas-North Carolina game. Great game over there.
Like you said, Vin, it was a great game, the 1 versus the 2. Kansas, though, pulling the upset against UNC. But what really hurt UNC was not having the point guard to the team, Kendall Marshall. Great player and all, but that wrist just, wasn't feeling right. But, pulling the upset, the score to that was 80-67. So with that being said, in the finals we have Kentucky and Kansas. I'm going with Kentucky with this one, Vin.
That's a great prediction. I'm going to go Kentucky, but over Ohio State. Kentucky is a great opponent and too strong for any of the Final Four teams left in this one. So with that being said, we appreciate everyone tuning in throughout the NCAA tournament. Great doing work with my colleague Dylan Colombo. It's always a pleasure. Hope all you guys are doing well with your brackets and trying to win some money. Till next time, I'm Vinny O'Byrne.
And I'm Dylan Colombo.
Back to you, girls.